Good morning, folks. Welcome to QuantSap. This is Vicky Sajnani. Let's get started with the morning market brief. $18,646.11% on Friday was the closing for Nifty 50 futures. 43,291.85, 0.02% Nifty Bank futures. Well, SGX Nifty is pointing to a 54 points cut. So looks like we are going to be in a corrective mode a little. Let's look at the charts. 18,300 and 18,000 happen to be the litmus test for the counter Nifty as such. On the higher side, 18,800 and 19,000 are the resistance points. Of course, 18,500 happens to be the intermittent resistance. So we'll have to wait and watch how this pans out, whether it's below 18,500 or sustains above 18,500. That's the pivotal point there as we move along. Looking at the OI built up, you're seeing somewhat of long built up in the situation, but then it will take some time to evolve into a furore if it has to happen. Looking at the OI picture, we are seeing 18,600, somewhat of resistance, 18,800, and then 19,000. On the lower side, 18,500 and 18,300 thereabouts is the resistance supports as such, depending on the put OI as we are reading it. Looking at the Bank Nifty, we are seeing 43,500 as a major level on the higher side. Sustain above 43,500, then we see positive price action, 44,000 next major level. And on the lower side, 43,000 and 42,500 are the major levels. Looking at the OI built up on futures, well, we saw some amount of short covering. But then let's see how that pans out during the day, especially with cues from Nifty itself coming out. Looking at the OI picture, well, 43,000, 42,500 are the major levels on the lower side, and 43,500 and 44,000 are the resistance points for the counter. Well, India Bull Housing Finance, BHEL, PFC were the gainers. Losers were ICICI Pru, Shriram Transport, Siemens. Looking at the contribution, index contribution, 20 points negative coming in from private banks, 10 points positive from auto, IT 9.5 points positive, FMCG minus 10 points. So a mixed bag situation with pharma pointing toward 2.36 points positive, power 1.95 points. Looking at the built up sector, media, cap goods, power, strong long built up out there. So let's see how that pans out during the day. FMCG on the short side. Well, one stock could be considered on radar is Chambal Fertilizer. The technical levels for that is 280 is the support, 260 is the next major support. On the resistance front, 316 and 333 are the major resistances for the counter. Well, poised well, RSI is pointing upward above the neutral stance, moves higher. So there is a possibility और लग रहा है कि भाई 316 का resistance है वो पार करता है. That's where the moving average is also. So if it crosses that, then we can see a move in this counter. Looking at the OI picture, a mixed bag situation there because we had earlier shorts. Now we are having a long unwinding kind of situation and then some short covering happening. So let's see how this pans out during the day. Well, Chambal Fertilizer, looking at the OI picture, 320 and 310 are the stiff points on the as we speak, but my sense is that above 316, 320, that's when we are going to see a momentum in this counter. That's a possibility there. 280 is the major support zone for this counter. Well, looking at Ashok Leyland, again on the positive binge, 155 happens to be a resistance for this counter, and 160 is the next major level. On the lower side, you see 140 and possibly 140 is a major level, as you can see from the swing low as such. So that's that from this charts which I can crystal gaze. The RSI also is positioned well. So if there is a momentum, there is a possibility that the trend line on the RSI can get broken. Ashok Leyland, again, we are seeing some amount of short covering there, and kind of longs have not erupted as of now. So let's see how that evolves during the day. Looking at the OI picture for options, 155 happens to be 155, 160 range happens to be the resistance for this counter. 140 is the major support, as I pointed out. No securities in the ban list as of now. Before we wind up this session, I would like to highlight to you, please consult your financial advisor before participating in derivatives trading. And also follow strict stop losses as per your risk appetite while trading in derivatives. Well, we have discussed about Chambal Fertilizer and Ashok Leyland, both on a slightly positive binge. 155 above for Ashok Leyland and 315, 316 above for Chambal Fertilizers. Power Media Cap Goods was the long built up, and short built up was FMCG, none stocks in ban list. And rest of the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty, as pointed out, was highlighted. That's it from my side. Wish you happy trading and thank you.